What's going on, everybody? Muhammad here. It's your website masters. Today we are going to do a three-part series on how to build a website, a professional website for under $100. This is not going to be a video on how to build a free website. We all know that nothing good is free, but I promise you it will be under $100. So it's going to be the best professional website, bang for your buck, and it's going to be under $100. I guarantee it. And it's also going to be top quality, top professional websites without all the mumbo jumbo, without all the complications. You don't need to be a pro. You don't need to hire me. You can do it all by yourself. You can hire me if you don't want to do it, but if you are tight with money and you need a professional, awesome looking, top quality website, I guarantee it that in this video you are going to learn everything that you need to build this professional website. All right, so this is going to be a three-part series, so I'm just going to break it down into sections so that way you guys are not overwhelmed with information. Okay, so we're going to take it one step at a time. All right, so to build a professional website, just a summary of the overall three-part series course. I'm going to talk about domains, I'm going to talk about hosting, I'm going to talk about themes. Those are the three main things that you're going to need. Everything else you're going to be able to get off of those three main parts. Okay, so the first thing is, let's talk about domains. All right, so now remember, our budget is $100, right, to build a top quality, top shelf professional website, right? Okay, so domains. All right, domains. For the first year, it's going to be $1 that you need to pay. Okay, there are so many options for domains. You can go to GoDaddy, you can go to one-on-one, you can go to Namecheap. It doesn't matter. The secret is just go to Google, type $1.com domains, and you're gonna get a bunch of offers from a bunch of different people. I'm sorry, a bunch of different businesses, but just pick, anyone that is offering a $1 deal. There's always some website, there's always a company that's offering a $1 deal just to get you hooked. Now when you do sign up for that $1, it's probably better to go with like a bigger company, because it will just make your life easy as far as like when you need to point it to your server, which is your hosting. It's the steps that you need to take is going to be a lot easier. So the bigger the company, the easier it's going to get. So if you pick any one of these three companies that I mentioned, it should be pretty easy and seamless. So you can go with GoDaddy, you can go with Namecheap, you can go with one-on-one. I personally use GoDaddy and one-on-one. Those are pretty seamless. So so again, you're just going to go to Google, you're going to type $1 domain, and you just click on the offer. You're going to set up an account, and then you're going to do a name search, right? So .coms are the best, even when it comes to search engine optimization, SEO. For business, really you want it to be .com for commercial purposes. That's what .com stands for. But if you're a nonprofit, then I would go with a .org. Forget about any other ones. .net, all this other stuff is really unnecessary. Now, if the business name that you're searching for is not available, maybe somebody else has it, you can always get creative. when it, for if the .com domain is not available, you can always add like a dash in between, or you can, just kind of maybe hyphenate, turn your domain into an acronym. But it's better if you keep it .com and not get sucked into like .info or .net or some other unnecessary stuff. Now, this is not really about like keyword research or SEO. It's just strictly about how to build a website under a professional website under $100. So check one of my videos on keyword research on finding the best, keyword term to use as your domain. But using your business name is also good. Now, you're gonna need a website and a domain, especially for building business credit purposes. Also, so like when you're applying for credit, creditors are literally gonna look for your website, and if your website is not top shelf, top professional, they're not gonna consider you as a serious business. So websites beyond even becoming searchable online, on appearing on Google Maps, on Google My Business, on Yelp, and all that. It's almost mandatory to have a professional website presence for a business today. So it's probably more important than even a storefront, because if nobody knows about your store, how can they come to your store, right? But if you're online, it can drive traffic from online to your store, right? So this is not even talking about the importance of websites. It's just like, we all know it's important. So you're gonna now I gotta give you guys kind of give you guys heads up on .coms, domains. When you go, they're gonna upsell you all kinds of other crap, like I don't know, some hosting accounts and all this other stuff. Just make sure you decline all those options. If the website is more than $1 for the first year, then that means that you've opted into some kind of extra service that you don't need. So you don't need all this other stuff, because when we talk about in the next video, when we get into hosting, I'm gonna tell you guys how you get all those stuff for free through your hosting account. So you're going to be able to get emails. You're going to be able to get the SSL certificate, which is like a secured HTTPS free service that usually most hosting companies offer. So you don't need to waste your money getting it through a domain service, because first of all, it's usually more expensive, it's unnecessary, and you really don't need them for anything. A domain service is more like the post office. All you need is just the address. You don't need any extra features. So just make sure you're paying $1, and then the second year, make sure your yearly fees is going to be less than $15. If it's anything more than that, find somebody else. Usually GoDaddy is like about $10, $11 a year. One-on-one, I think the most is $15 a year. So don't pay anything more than that. And that's for the second year, not for the first year. So far so good. Our budget is $100. We still got $99 onto the path of building the most professional website you ever need for your business. I'm trying to think what else is important. So again, we're gonna talk more into like email setup and all that on under the hosting part of the video. So, but for the purposes of this video, again, I'm gonna reiterate, you do not need all this extra stuff. You don't need email service from them. You don't need a hosting service from them, and it's for a reason. There are better companies that offer better services when it comes to hosting, and all of these features that domain services are going to offer you are already embedded into these hosting accounts, so you don't need them. And again, the reason why we don't go with we're not opting into their features is because that's not their bread and butter. Their services are subpar when it comes to these features. So we're intentionally diverting you to the hosting route, because that's where you get not only the bang for your buck, but the services are superior and free, and you have so much more power when you have your own hosting account, your own server. So it's better to build a website on using your own server. I mean, for privacy, for so many variety of factors, for more control of your data. And so when you opt into like, oh, there's another like BS feature that they offer, like a website builder and all that. Don't go through a domain service for that, because it's just not their thing. Okay, there are better website builders which are embedded into your hosting account, so you don't need to get it through your domain service provider. Okay, and so I think those are basically the most crucial things that you need to be aware of. Remember, all you need is just that PO box address, or the real address, your web address from a domain service provider. Any other feature beyond that is unnecessary. Okay, and again, we're talking about building a top tier quality website under $100 without hiring somebody like me that would charge you thousands, because first of all, it's for our time, and we've been doing it for a while, so we understand the nuances on like the little things that are important when you're building a website that you may not be privy to because it's your first time. But rest assured, we're still gonna give you everything that you need to get started. And if you do need professional help, well, then contact the professionals. You know what I'm saying? So, but if money is an issue, or if you don't feel like hiring somebody like us, then I guarantee you, for $100, you're gonna have a top tier professional website. Until the next video.